I'm going to use the example of the Mexican peso, which also has its code. It doesn't have a symbol, though, the dollar sign, but it has a code. I'm going to talk about MXN, which is the official code for the Mexican peso. This has gone up and down for various reasons over time. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about how you look at exchange rates. And so basically, at one point in time, $1 is 12.5 Mexican pesos, which is about what it was maybe in 2012 or so. But this is constantly changing. These prices are constantly moving. What that means is that if you are going to buy something in Mexico, or if a Mexican buyer is going to buy something from the US, they don't know what the product costs. If I go shopping in America, the price tag is the same. It does not change second by second. But someone in Mexico who's buying an American product might find that yes, the American product says $100 on it. When they go to their bank and ask for $100, it depends on the exchange rate. So anytime someone travels or does a transaction, you need the other country's money, you pay the exchange rate. You pay a fluctuating price for this. All right, so first we're going to talk about the fact that this is a reasonable number for the peso. This is a code for the peso. All right, but the other thing is we can also talk about what is 1 peso worth. And the answer is 8 cents. Because if you were to take this and divide it, divide 12.5 by 12.5, you get 1. If you divide 100 pennies by 12.5, you get 8 cents. And so any country's currency that you look at, you can look at it either in terms of $1 or one of the other country's currency. These are equivalent. There's no right or wrong answer. Right? And so whenever you're looking at currencies, currencies can go up or down, but there's no way to tell which way is which unless you know which currency you're talking about. But this 12.5 is a round number. This is made up. At one point in time, it was this, but probably 2 seconds later, it was not. So this is made up because the math works, but I'm going to give you a couple ranges. First of all, what if $1 equals 10 pesos, $1 equals 12.5 pesos, or $1 equals 15 pesos? All right, this is a range. The peso moves because of market forces through this time. And you can plot it out. And you can see 10, 12.5, 15. You could go up and down over time. If you were to plot the other currency, so this is the value of the dollar, we can also flip it. We could also say 1 peso is, if you divide by 10, you get 10 cents. If you look at this, this is 8 cents. And if you look at this, this is actually 6.7 cents. All right, so this is the exact math that makes it work. If this is 1 to 10, this has to be 10 to 1. All right, so mathematically, all we're saying is that 1 over the exchange rate of dollars per Mexican peso equals this. So it's a reciprocal. There's a reciprocal relationship. What it also means is that if this number goes up, the reciprocal goes down. Right? And so sometimes I say, well, if 3 goes to 4, that's an increase. But 1/3 is greater than 1/4. And so if 3 goes to 4, 1/3 shrinks to 1/4. That's kind of the idea that we're talking about.